Hello and welcome to Sri Lankan Life Sciences Academy. In today's lesson, we'll explore Unit 1, Lesson 7, the principles of circulation. Let's understand why the circulatory system is essential to life. Let's begin with a couple of questions. Why do you think the heart is important? How do you think blood moves through the body? Pause and think or share your thoughts in the comments. All organisms need to move substances like nutrients and gases from one place to another. But is diffusion enough for all organisms? In single-celled organisms like amoeba and very small animals like marine larvae, diffusion alone works well. That's because oxygen and nutrients can easily move into the cell and waste can move out. Here's an illustration of how gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide move in and out of these tiny organisms. The success of diffusion in small organisms is due to short diffusion distances, high surface area to volume ratio, low oxygen and food needs, low carbon dioxide output, and they don't need to regulate body temperature. Surface area to volume ratio compares how much surface area is available relative to the volume of an organism. In small creatures, this ratio is high, making diffusion fast and effective. Scientists use models like cubes or spheres to study this in real organisms. As organisms get bigger, their surface area to volume ratio decreases. Distance from outside to inside increases. Less surface area is available for diffusion. This slows down exchange and is not efficient enough for survival. Multicellular organisms are large and complex. Their low surface area to volume ratio means simple diffusion isn't enough. To survive, they are evolved specialized organs and mass transport systems like circulatory systems to move substances quickly. Transport systems and multicellular organisms help with delivering oxygen and nutrients like glucose and amino acids, removing wastes like carbon dioxide and urea, distributing hormones such as insulin and adrenaline. All of these are crucial for survival. A mass transport system includes structures and processes that move substances efficiently. Examples in human include the heart, the circulatory system, lungs for gas exchange, digestive system for nutrient absorption. After materials move through the circulatory system, they still need to reach every cell. This happens through diffusion, osmosis, active transport. These works together to deliver what each cell needs. Key features of a mass transport system include exchange surfaces like alveoli in the lungs, blood vessels for transport, valves for one-way flow, pumping by the heart, blood as a fluid medium, regulation of flow to match the body's demand. The cardiovascular system is the body's mass transport network. It moves oxygen, nutrients, and waste. The heart pumps the blood, which travels through vessels to all parts of the body and returns again to the heart. There are two main types of circulatory systems. Open system found in insects. Blood flows freely in open spaces and directly bathes organs. Closed system in mammals and most animals. Blood flows through vessels. It offers greater pressure and efficiency in delivering substances. Circulatory systems can also be single circulation and double circulation. Single circulation means blood flows in one loop, like in fish. Double circulation, blood goes through two loops, pulmonary, heart to lungs, systemic, heart to rest of the body. This double system increases efficiency. In fish, the heart pumps deoxygenated blood to the gills. Gills oxygenate the blood. Oxygen-rich blood flows to the rest of the body. Blood returns to the heart, completing one single circuit. In mammals, birds and some reptiles, there are two circuits. Systemic. Oxygenated blood from the heart to the body returns deoxygenated. Pulmonary. Deoxygenated blood from heart to lungs and returns oxygenated. This system allows sufficient gas and nutrient exchange. Thank you for joining us at Sri Lankan Life Sciences Academy for this lesson on circulatory systems. If you found this video helpful, like, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more IAL biology lessons. And drop a comment which circulatory system surprised you the most. Until next time, keep exploring biology with us.